When we last left off in the world of Tungra, our party members, Lunarion and Gog, faced off with their newfound allies, Captain Velnos Moors and the Sapphire Rain, against an ancient deity, an old being, one not of this world, but of the plane of water from whence Velnos came, Umberlee. And during this fight, you and your allies on the Rain mustered up the strength and the courage to defeat her through a bold sacrifice of Captain Velnos himself jumping over the edge of the ship into the whirlpool below, sacrificing himself. He emerged with a new power, the ability to fast travel by ship, for lack of a better words. And through that additional strength and speed, you were able to quickly make way to the ports of the Twin Cities. As you arrive with the vortex of Undrax behind you, still swirling off in the horizon, as the sun rises, for a brief moment, as you are sailing past this way, it is blocked out by a giant mass in the sky. The twinned city of Naskaya, floating heavenly above Lyandar. And as you continue to glide in, as the Sapphire Rain gently makes its way into harbor, you're greeted by what looks like several banners and flags fluttering in the sea breeze. Yet as you look about, none seem to match or bear the familiar sigil of Lyandar, Talani's house. However, as you look, you do see sigils that appear to be matching these of a different view. Rose petals. The sigil of House Rainfried flying on a few of these ships, and as you look across the dock, you see few and far between various knights dressed in black and pink armor. Many of these vessels foreign, tourist, perhaps immigrant ships here, and as you continue to make your way in, you hear the captain call out, "Land ho! We'll be making way for the dock shortly. Everyone, up on the upper deck." As the crew begins to make their way up, you look about and you see the 10 members of the Sapphire Rain here. And as you stand waiting for some semblance of a welcoming party or some guidance as you approach the dock, strangely for a city that is known for its naval prowess, outside of the few guards that are here along the harbor, it's quite quiet. And as the ship crests in to the harbor, you park between what looks to be two vessels from a faraway land, flags that you do not recognize. Lunarion, Gog, as you stand here on the deck of the Rain, your crew looks out to you for instruction.
All right, everyone. We've made it. We need to procure some place to stay here. Could someone go and try to find an inn, please? We'll also try, but there's other things we must attend to. Find
Yes,
out as much
Captain.
as you can about the two cities. Yes.
Sorry. I do know of a nice inn in the city, Stormhearth. This is Necro speaking. Owned by a man they call Windsong, an old friend of mine. I'm sure he'd be happy to have us.
Could you please repeat the name of this establishment? You called it Chrome Heart?
The Stormhearth.
Stormhearth. Strong name. No, please do. Take it upon yourself to go and let him know that there will be many of us, and we'll need to stay for a few days, perhaps a few weeks.
Yes,
Bring
Captain.
us back to charge.
As Necro ushers to two of the other crew members, and they step down and make their way off of the deck down into the harbor and into the city.
Well, that's one thing done. We need to check the mail. No beard. I did send out some mail, as you know, to our party members abroad, and we need to figure out if they've sent any replies. We'll do that first. Then we need to check around at different shops. We need to learn of any rumors of UNT in the city, perhaps some political turmoil, trade relations with partners offshore, any random acts of violence by groups new to the land, just to get an understanding of what the dwellings have been. Is anyone new to the Twin Cities? I assume everyone is.
Captain, this is Gareth. I'm new. This is my first time here.
Could you please speak plainly?
Captain, this is my first time here at the Twin Cities, sir.
Understood. Thank you for speaking up, Gareth. No beard, is this your first time as well?
No, I've been here multiple times actually.
Multiple times. Well, let me take some steps back, and now you do the talking, please. You know much more about this land than I do.
Yeah, I've never been here before. I thought I was going to get away with it. I'm sorry.
No, but you can actually stay on the ship so that you don't waste everybody else's time.
You know what happened to the last guy who was on the ship?
Yeah, sure. I'm glad you're in good spirits this morning. You're in a joking mood. It was a pleasure to hear that. But we do need to understand what's going on in this land. To remind everyone, we are here because we have heard word of Zahir cultists sprouting up in the city and trying to turn the nation upside down. We need to understand what is going on. We need to know why the UNT is moving this way. One thing that was on my list was to find an inn. We could check that out. I also need to find a good friend of mine, Kethind. If you hear that name while you are out and about, please find me. Tell me what you've heard.
Yes, sir. As the crew members all begin to, some of them go back to various tasks on the ship, while it looks like two more actually step down and begin looking for some of the items that you stated outside of the tavern. There you see two of them that kind of go out and they walk up to some guards.
You two, there, before you go.
Yes, Captain.
Please, if you find your way to any shops, please do look for a cloak of displacement. I've been looking for that for some time now. Carry on.
Yes, Captain. And they make their way and they go off to, you see them have a discussion with two guards. They start to converse as you guys are here on the deck. Lunarion, Gog, Captain Velnos, Gareth, Garrus, Griffin Knight Guard, as well as you see Cthulhu is here as well. I'm standing next to Velnos.
Gareth, please, what's the name of your guard again? The guy that did absolutely nothing in the last battle.
From now on, we will call him.
While you think about that,
forget his name. 1 second.
Gareth Velnos. Gareth and Velnos, you're with us off the ship. Cthulhu, do you wish to join us? Or perhaps you're best kept on the ship. You're a bit paranoid from the last time we've communicated. I don't know if you trust me yet, but I'll be making some decisions that you may not agree with. We might get ourselves into some trouble. Maybe you want to join?
No, someone would need to stay with the ship, and I will make sure that everything is good. Captain Velnos, would you like to attend with him? Actually, I have some things I need to attend to as well. I'm going to take a bit of a swim.
Velnos, please, I'd like to see you in the city within the hour.
Yes, of course. I'll do some diving. Catch my breath a bit.
Thank you. Do tell us what the fishes say as well. Perhaps they've heard of some Zahir cultists around these areas.
You know me too well, Captain. As he dives over and splashes into the ocean.
All right. No beard. We relinquish his curse. He comes back with new gadgets and gadgets and gizmos, and then he's off to a swim. Who would have thought it? Let's hope nothing happens like last time again. Gareth, you're with us. Please do not make much trouble until we start the trouble. But if I do ask you to make some trouble, perhaps we need a diversion. Can you do that for me?
A diversion, Captain.
Yes. Don't get me wrong. I won't put you any harm.
Well, I'll follow your lead. Whatever you say.
Understood. Good. We may need some commotion to get some attention, just in case no one wants to speak on some of the matters that we may bring up in conversation. All right. No beard. Am I leaving anything out, or is there anything you want to add?
Oh, let's go.
Understood. Let's move forward. Here. That building up there. Let's go there first. Don't know if it's a shop or not, but we'll see as we get closer.
As you all step off the docks, you make your way into the city of Lyandar. The architecture here is vividly, we would consider Eastern. Um, Shintoism, some sort of Taoism, a little bit of Hindu and Buddhism influence here. The temples and the buildings all sweeping in grand. The layout of the city itself, everything appears to be placed in a specific way that is designed to appeal to the eye and also be one with the environment itself. Whereas cities like Luda's Bay, you see they're paved over and the trees are cut. Lyandar is a place that is one with its surroundings. Buildings built into hillsides and mountainsides. So the metropolitan area here is not very dense, but the sprawl is very wide, and you can see various homes and different nexuses of buildings and gathering spots. And as you step out into what looks to be the main sort of dock area, Norion, what are you? Do you have your hood up right now?
I do have my hood up right now, yes.
Okay. As you step off into the dock, Gareth sort of taps you on the shoulder and he points over to a sign, and it has faces of Yuan Ti, and it says, "See a snake, call a guard."
Well, looks like our clues found us. Perhaps I should keep my cloak up. Does anyone have any potions of transformation?
Sir, I don't have anything, Gareth said.
Okay. All right. We'll do what we can. I'll stay low. If anything does happen, I'll escape. You all can manage without me. No beard, you'd be obviously in charge if I'm gone. But we may need to split up after a while. I refuse to be imprisoned in this land. Albeit it is beautiful, time must not be wasted. Let's proceed.
And as you continue on, you see that you make your way to what appears to be a bit of a town center. You look around, you can see the sign of the storm hearth here within this area. You see two of your members, Necro, and two additional Sapphire Rain crew members walk outside, and they begin to make their way over to you. But as you sort of glance around within this area, a couple things pop out to you. There are various shops here. Looks like there's a magic shop here, a clothing shop. Additionally, there appears to be a potion shop here with the items sort of laid out in display on the outside of the shops, with the shopkeepers visibly absent. And what's also odd is this area appears to be crafted for way more customers, way more people in the city. So as you glance around, you notice that although there are these various shops around, that seem to be connected to other buildings and shop fronts that are closed or boarded up or have either gone out of business or gone run down. And the absence of shopkeepers outside tells you that business has been pretty slow in this area. You see the occasional person walk past, with their hood up, quickly kind of darting across the main area here. But outside of the various guards, there does not appear to be a lot of people here for the size of the city that it is. And as Necro walks up to you, says, Captain, talk to Hawk. He said we're good to stay at the tavern, just need to stop by whenever we're ready, but gotta say, it's quite quiet since the last time I was here. You would think
When
that...
was the last time you were here?
Oh, it's got to be some... maybe 2-3 years ago? Not that long ago. But Hawk says there's been some changes. Government changes. New leadership here.
New leadership, government changes. As recent as when?
Said, within the last year or so. He says the entire ruling house was wiped out. Killed. The
It's unfortunate.
vassals, the Renfrieds, rose up against them and seized power in the city. Something about, well, he says it was cultural differences.
Cultural differences. Interesting. Cultural differences being the reason why the entire ruling houses were killed. Talani's family. So Talani would have come back to nothing. Perhaps it's best that he's gone as well. Here. How do you think your guy would feel about Yuan Ti? Would he speak with me?
Sir, Hawk, he's loyal to House Lyandar. He still has the sigil up within the tavern. I suspect that he may have his reservations. The people here, they're proud descendants of some of the best and brightest of the first heroes. The Yuan Ti, well, let's just say that, well, you would know, not all are as sympathetic towards your species, unfortunately.
And neither am I. Fine. Looks like we got some of the information that we need. Interesting. Did your guy tell you of any Yuan Ti around here? Any Zahir mentions or cultists or anything of the such?
Yes, in fact, he spoke quite vividly of whispers of people disappearing. Well, in general, there's been a grand exodus from the city, as he points up to the floating enclave in the sky. Noskia. Many of the younglings of Lyandar, the next generation, have moved on. They say that there is no hope for this ancient place. And after the fall of House Lyandar, well, and the draft of the conscripts, no one wants to fight in any more wars for the Renfrieds. No one wants to work in their tutelage of their navies. Everyone's lives here have been changed.
Everyone's lives has been changed. Interesting. This is a lot of information at one time.
But
So people have been... Go ahead. Go on, please.
he did have a job. I told him I would bring it to you. But I know that we have a mission.
Okay. And what is his job?
There are some lizard folk taking up refuge within a nearby grove. There's some mushrooms that Hawk requires. He says that it is required for his special brew. I hadn't tried this drink myself, but anything that get Hawk going, well, it must be special. He offered a hefty penny for this task, so if you're up for it, Captain, I think it's worth the tale.
What does this entail? You merely mentioned some lizard folk taking up refuge nearby, and we need to gather some mushrooms. Does he need us to do away with these lizard folk? These Yuanti, I am to assume?
He mentioned that he placed the full details at the mission board. Perhaps if you have a moment, you can go check it out, Captain.
Sure, let's go.
All right, you guys walk across. You notice and take in the eeriness and the silence of this marketplace area. It's almost like an old school western, that old town that is just silent, oddly. And as you step up to the mission board, you see quite a few jobs posted here. One that huge letter says lizard folk removal. Another that is posted that says actors needed. One that says missing shipment. There's another for guard duty. There is one for lost heirloom. And there also appears to be a party that is looking for guards that will take them to the ruins.
All right.
These are just like the general postings that you can see. As you look at them, you can get additional details for any one of those items.
No beard. A word.
Yeah, I think we should definitely get rid of the lizard folk. We should do that one.
Funny you were going to say that. I was going to mention to you that the only reason why I like to do this job and any other job regarding the lizard folk is to perhaps use this as a metric to gain favor with those that we need to discuss things with to help this city, help this country. I'm glad that you're with us. All right, fine. We'll do the jobs that involves the lizard folks, and if we make it back in one piece, we can do some of the others. But in the meantime, I need to gain a bit of favor. And you all might look bad being with the Yuan-Ti. Now, I could move about this country invisible. I wouldn't mind that. But I can't speak on your behalf while invisible, and that'll just give it away. So I think our best bet is to gain favor in this manner. So, sure. Please, write this information down. Write all of the quests down. We'll take those involving the lizard folk. Oh, I also like the one where someone needs bodyguards. I like that one as well. Let's do the little folks one first, and then we'll do the bodyguards. The lost heirloom will have to find itself.
We just got to call the guards, right?
Sure.
All right.
Please, you handle this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, you handle this. You do the talking. Let them know what we'll do. I need to turn my back on this one. I'll be all ears.
Turning your back.
Yeah, unless you wish to see me in jail. Now, here. See a snake? Call a guard. Remember?
Right. You are a snake.
Please call the guards. For Christ's sake. Guards!
As you guys look around, there are no guards in this area.
Fine, looks like there's no guards coming. Let's just take these quests. Let's take these jobs. Here. As I snatch the paper off, does it say anything on the back? Is there any additional information?
As
Let's
you
go.
pick up the paper, and I'm assuming it's the lizard folk removal.
Yes.
So it talks about, and it is written by Hark Windsong, who was the owner of the tavern. And it says that he needs assistance with gathering 25 purple mushrooms from the mushroom grove, and that some of these lizard folk have taken up camp within his picking spot. They've actually set up a camp there, and they are eating the mushrooms themselves and getting high off of them. He says he'd really appreciate if somebody could get rid of them. That way he could continue making his psychedelic brew for the upcoming festival. Because of the expected influx of tourists for the Krill Festival nearby, He needs to stock up on his mushrooms to get prepared as he's going to set sail for Kralestra soon. And he wants to bring recognition back to Lyandar with this brew. He says he will pay 50 gold for the head of every lizard man that is slain, and he will pay an additional 10 gold for each head of mushroom up to the 25 requested.
Let's handle this now. This shouldn't take too long. No beard. Gareth, with me.
Yep, and on there is a what appears to be attached to it is a map that shows where the pathway is. It looks like it may be a personal map that he's even attached to this request that will show you the pathway that he takes to get to the grove and where he suspects that the camp may be within the area. He hasn't specifically located the camp, but based on the patrol patterns and the raids that have come through as he's gone out and sent people out there, his best bet is that it should be, and it actually says on there somewhere here, and it's circled.
We'll go in this area where it says somewhere here on the map. The guy who was helping us, what's his name again?
This Necro.
Necro with us as well, since you know the land a bit better than us. Here, this area here. Are you familiar? Could you take us there?
Yes, Captain, but that is a bit ways out. It'll take at least an hour of travel.
Then we'll take an hour of travel.
Aye, aye. As he kind of ushers us in, and he begins to take you guys, and you head towards the northern gates of the city of Lyandar, where you do see 2 guards nearby. Lunarian, I need you to give me a stealth check here.
Uh, 14.
Okay. As you guys walk past, you see the guards are pretty much leaning up against the walls. Obviously, there hasn't been much action here. And as you look, their weapons actually appear to be dull as well. And as you guys skirt past, one of them sort of lifts up his hands. He says, "Just be back before night." And Necro says, yes. We'll be back shortly. We have a job to do. We're helping out the Stormhearth. He says, well, get to it then, and be safe. We hear there's lizard folk out there. And as you guys make your way out of the gates of Lyandar, here, I need both of you to make a survival check as you are following the directions of this map.
All right. I'll bust a survival out. 14.
Okay. With those rolls, you guys are both able to make, and Gog, you are actually pretty helpful here, as you can kind of tell and detect when people are around you, so you're able to kind of speak out if you see like various camps or animals and fauna throughout the trip, and you guys make your way through the forest until you start to find small little shrubs of mushrooms that slowly blend in with the grass here. And as you continue off into the forest, you find larger and larger shrooms, but they haven't seemed to completely bloomed, and they also aren't purple. These are not the mushrooms that you're looking for. And throughout this trip, you continue out through this dense forest area until you come up to what looks to be a large cave. And at the mouth of that cave, you see one tiny purple mushroom.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there are any snakes on the ground around us?
Yes, go ahead and roll a perception.
16.
As you look around, you do see that there appears to be a small, like python or garden snake that is just slithering around.
I'm going to use my serpent speak to talk to that.
All right. As you, what do you say?
I want to say, snake, please, tell me if you could find any purple mushrooms around the locale and any you want tea around the area as well. Share the word with the other snakes in the area.
Yes. As he slithers about, he says, "There are mushrooms within the caves. But beware. Lizards have taken up refuge."
How many?
I cannot count.
Fine. Thank you for the information. Back to what you were doing.
Snack.
All right. There are mushrooms that we are looking
Snack.
for in the caves.
Snack.
Snack. Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. As I use a Eldritch Blast on the snake to kill the snake. Do I roll the hit?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, that's a 23 to hit. Do I roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So it's gonna be 8 points of damage.
As you blast the snake, it just evaporates into a blood spatter in the grass. The last thing you hear is
Asking me for a fucking snack when you couldn't count. Anywho, there are mushrooms inside of the caves here. There are Yuan-Ti inside of the caves as well.
So
Are you questioning the captain?
Don't worry about
You
it. He's allowed
shut
to
up.
do this. This is normal. It's fine. It's a cake. It's a snake. There will
It's a
be others
cake.
around. I could ask the snakes around additional questions. This is fine, but I didn't have a snack, and it wasn't going to go away kindly without receiving a snack. So I was preemptive in my attack. All snakes are the same. Remember that.
Right. Yeah. All snakes are the same.
Yeah.
We gonna get this mushroom that's over here. Or you just gonna yap about it?
Grab the mushroom, but I'm just telling you what the snake told me.
Why don't you grab the mushroom?
Fine. As I walk towards the mushroom to pick it up.
All right, as you peel the mushroom and you pull up a purple mushroom.
All right, thank you. I'll have this in my pocket. Let's proceed into the cave. Gareth, are you there?
Yes,
Are you
Captain.
paying attention?
As he looks at Gog side eye.
Gareth,
Yeah, you too, buddy.
I want you to go first in front of us. We'll be right behind.
Oh boy,
This-
I'm going first,
Yeah, go in
Captain.
front.
Yes, Gareth. Remember,
It's a
you're a preliminary member of the Phoenix Rangers. So I need you to go in, and I need you to tell me what you see. I'll need you to whisper, of course. I need you to count how many Yuan-Ti you see with the naked eye. I want you to tell me a strategy that you have on how we should approach them and how we should kill them, and also tell me if you see any purple mushrooms. This is your first job. You need to earn your stripes. Again, everyone here does dangerous jobs. Plus, you don't need a bodyguard at this point, Gareth. You're a man. You've proven that on the ship. Show me again.
You're right. Sir, you go back to the ship. I will take care of this myself.
No, he won't go back to the ship. He will guard the mouth of the cave.
Yes, sir, you will guard the mouth of this cave. Fine, Gareth. As he steps up and Gareth starts to make his way in, he's going to roll a perception check here. As he sticks his head in, you guys watch as Gareth slowly fades into darkness. Gog for you, but you can still detect his feet. And Lunarion, you watch as he sort of peeks his head around the corner. Then he slowly comes back. He says, "Captain, I see one."
Yes. Gareth, we need to move forward. Is the Yuan-Ti that you see looking towards the mouth of the cave?
Sir, it's not a Yuan-Ti.
Then what is it?
It's some sort of scaly fish lizard thing.
Scalyfish lizard thing. Did it look like Vilnos?
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
Then fine. We'll move forward. All together. Gareth, you in front. slowly, stealth-like.
As he steps in, he walks in. He says, "Captain, what do I do? It's looking this way."
Continue to count. We'll move forward. It's fine.
I
Navigate
can't
around
see
it.
around the bend, Captain. There appears to be a
Fine.
hallway that leads to a bigger chamber, and this one seems to be guarding it.
Understood. Do you see anything else?
I see a lot of mushrooms, Captain.
Okay, Gareth. Go and start to pick some mushrooms.
As Gareth goes, you watch as he pulls up this like basketball-sized mushroom, and he goes over and he grabs another one. Gonna roll a stealth check for him here.
I'm going to, since we're in the dark cave, I'm going to go ahead and make myself invisible.
Okay. Is that a spell you need to cast?
Nah, it's just a free invisible in the dark
Okay.
area.
Go ahead and turn invisible.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Gareth is able to pull two of these purple mushrooms, basketball-sized mushrooms, and he walks back with them in his hands. He says, "Look, Captain, I got some shrooms."
Excellent. How does it feel? Do you feel good? Confident?
Yeah.
Okay, go back towards the mouth of the cave and throw those out and rinse and repeat. We're going to grab some more mushrooms. This time, no beard go with him.
Go with this. Okay.
Yes.
No beard, I think you should go first.
No, Gareth, you go first. You're
Yes,
leading this
Captain.
operation.
As Gareth steps in and he sees two more mushrooms, no beard, and you see as he walks up and he picks up two more of the mushrooms. And do you walk up with him?
I'm walking with them.
As you step up with him, you see a creature that appears to be standing guard around the bend. It looks a little bit like a skinny, almost like a iguana type lizard creature. Stands about as tall as a small goblin, and it has a spear in its hand.
Is that the only thing that I can sense?
Oh no! Well, with your tremor sense in this area, you detect 7 other bodies in various points inside of the cave.
What did you say your name was again?
My name's Gareth.
Yeah, there's a lizard near us. You should attack it.
Me? But
And I point in the direction.
The captain did not say I should attack anything. He said to gather mushrooms, and you don't even have any in your hands.
Yeah, but what if it attacks us before we attack it? You're you're supposed to be the tough brave guy. Why don't you charge in the battle and attack that? It's only like 3 feet tall.
Yes, but look at that spear.
Yeah, and what do you have?
I got my blade.
Yeah, you
want
should
to,
definitely attack that.
Go ahead, roll a persuasion check, Gog.
While he's doing that, while I'm invisible, I want to walk up nearby within melee range of the thing. But I'm not going to attack it. I just want to be within 10 feet.
Okay,
Invisible.
roll me a stealth with advantage because it can still hear.
Okay. There is no fucking way. There is no way. This isn't a thing.
This is a thing. All right. Gog, as you convince Gareth to attack it, He says, "Oh, fine.
He's gonna hit me.
And he runs up and he swings his blade. Lunarion. Is a 17 hit?
Yes, a 17 does hit.
You take 8 points of slashing damage as Gareth cuts you across the back with his blade. And as it hits you, you kind of let out a bit of a noise, and the creature turns and looks at you and says, I need everybody to roll initiative.
That's the wrong lizard, you idiot.
Captain, I didn't see you. Oh, my goodness.
It's fine. It's fine.
See what
Why did
happens
you
when
attack
get
it
in-
anyway?
Why did you get in the way? He was doing his job. He was supposed
His
to be.
job was getting the mushrooms.
Yeah, he was going to get a mushroom.
No beard. Why did he attack the god?
Because he knew it was the right thing to do.
Gareth, was this your decision? Did you know this to be the right thing to do?
Captain, Gog told me to do it. He told me to do
No
it.
beard.
I did not tell him to do that. I just said that, maybe you would have been all like, attack that foul beast there. It is in my way. And I was like, you should probably go ahead and kill it.
No beard. He told us it was there when we first got in the cave. There was a reason why I didn't have him attack it. Fine. We're here now. Let's just finish this up.
1 second, sorry. Just got to get this ready. I didn't think it was going to start that soon.
That was a great swing, though, Gareth.
Yeah, he sliced your back up pretty good, didn't he?
Oh, no, bitch. Shut the hell up.
God, goodness gracious. He hit you from the back.
Oh, God. I do appreciate you taking the initiative to trying to get him to take the next step in this plan of his.
Alrighty, as you guys hear the Sahuagin start to screech, Nobeard, you detect several bodies within the next room across the wall from you begin to move. As Gareth says, Captain, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Captain, I'm going to make it up to you. And he moves around you, and he's going to swing at the Sahuagin. He says, die, lizard. You got in the way of my captain. I mean, you made me hurt my captain.
It's fine, Gareth. But do swing. Strike true. If you hit it as hard as you hit me, it should go down swiftly.
That 12 does hit. And he strikes him harder. He swings with an upward thrust. Hey, yo! As you watch as he cuts deeply into the side of this creature. And as he does, he kind of braces itself on his spear as it looks at Gareth. And says,
a nasty one, isn't it, Gareth?
Captain, their flesh is soft. They are right for the slaying.
They are pussy, huh?
Big pussy. Captain, it is your turn.
All right, Gareth. Here. I won't do too much, Gareth, since this is your operation. As I wave my hand and I summon a spiritual weapon right behind the lizard thing, and I'll have it attack the lizard.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll to hit.
Gotcha. We're rolling to hit. It's going to be a 25 to hit.
25
damage.
hits.
It's going to be 8 points of damage.
As you watch as your weapon, what weapon do you summon this time?
I'm gonna summon a great sword this time.
1 second. As the great sword reaches out and strikes the Sahuagin in the back, it says, it is calling out for help as it turns its head down the hallway. You hear this loud screech that reverberates through the cavern wall, shaking them as you hear the sounds of wet footsteps making their way down the path. Lunarion, what else do you have?
I'm going to walk up to, or I guess I'm right in front of it. I'm going to go ahead and Gareth, do you mind if I take this one's head off, or do you want it?
Captain, your kills are my kills. Their blood will adorn our blades. As he looks back
Understood.
at Gog and gives him a look.
I'm going to roll the hit. It's going to be 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right, cool. We're going to roll damage. It's going to be 12 points of damage for the first strike.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to look at Gareth and I'll say, well, I appreciate that, Gareth. This one's head is mine. Or ours, as I just swing, barely looking at it, kind of looking past it, just taking the head clean off.
And with one swipe, you slice the head off of this creature as it goes instantly silent before flaming hands begin to reach up and pull it down to the depths of hell.
There you are, Asmodeus. There you are, another one.
No Beer Gog, it is your turn.
I don't see anything else. I don't see anything else on the map. So, like, do we have to move to go to the rest of them?
Yeah, so you will have to move around this bend. You got your 30 feet of movement, so the farthest you could get be around there. So you can get about here. You can't see them per se, but you can detect that they are right on the other end of this wall. You actually have 5 more feet that could get you there, and I would say you'd be able to see this one kind of coming around the corner.
Okay, I want to put me back where I was, like 5 feet back. Or yeah, that works too. And Captain,
Yes, no beer.
you want to keep going in?
What do you prefer? Should they come to us? Oh,
That
let's
could
let
work
Gareth
too.
decide. Gareth, what do you think? Do we charge
pretty
in
cool.
or do we let them come to us?
Summon that demon thingy, and you summon that giant rock monster. Let's slay
No,
them.
Gareth. No, Gareth. We don't know the size of our enemy at this time. Actually, no beard. What do you think? They're all about the same size as this one?
What can I detect? Size wise.
They're all about the same size. There's one that is medium size, which would be your height.
Yeah, they're all pretty small.
Oh yeah, fine. Let them come. Oh, I'm sorry. Gareth, what do you think?
Yes, let them come.
There you have it.
All right then. What do you guys want to do in the meantime? You want to like? Never mind. We could just wait. You want
Do
to
you
yell?
want to go pick some more mushrooms?
Yeah, let's pick some more mushroom.
Go ahead, no beard. Gareth and I can handle it up here.
Want to spend my turn to pick some mushrooms?
All right, go ahead. Roll me a d4.
That would be a 1.
So you pick up one mushroom, but it is a large mushroom. Like the one that you pick up, Gareth had maybe basketball-sized mushrooms. You see one that is about the size of like a small table. And you like walk up to it and grab it, and you feel the roots digging into the earth, and you rip it out, and you have this one large purple mushroom, but it is really heavy to carry.
Prince Pretty Boy, you see the size of this mushroom I'm rocking?
What'd you? Aha! Well, I will
Yeah.
get this one here. As he points to the one behind him, that's equally as large.
Well, get it then, loser.
Okay, as the Sahuagin walk up, one rushes up to the spiritual weapon, and you see as it stops and it says, and starts to like look at it and turn its head, and it's trying to figure it out before it is going to make a swing at it. And as it does, it swings through and it brushes straight through the etherealness of this weapon, and it goes and it like looks and it sees Gareth, who is spending his turn trying to pick up this giant mushroom, as he is going to roll a strength check to try to get this thing up. He rolls a 10. As he picks it up, you see as he like pulls it out by the root, and then like right as he's about to pull it out, he hears the creature behind it, and he puts it down. He says, "Aha, Captain, they're here!" And he draws his blade and gets ready to attack on his next turn. Lunarion, it is your turn. As like you see one of the Sahuagin making its way around the corner, swinging at your spiritual weapon, you kind of detect that attack too. And as you see it like looking at Gareth, you watch as it begins to charge, and you hear several other like wet footsteps coming from behind the cavern, all of them making these like guttural noises in their own tones. It's like just a whole bunch of noises coming down the hallway.
So Gareth, as I have my spiritual weapon attack that little beast there, please do tell me your strategy. What would you have me do? As I roll to hit with my spiritual weapon against that thing, it's going to be 21 to hit, and it's going to be 11 points of damage.
This spiritual weapon attack knocks the arm, like it slashes through the arm of this Sahuagin. Its left arm completely falls off. As its weapon falls to the ground, it looks and picks it up with its other arm. It goes, "Ah!" It goes into this blood rage, and it like continues to rush at Gareth. It's still your turn.
Yeah, So I don't want too much time to pass, but I did ask Gareth to tell me what his plan was. What should Lunarion do?
Oh, so he looks at you as he says, he watches as the spiritual weapon cuts it down. He says, "Summon the demon!"
Something else, Gareth. Something else. The demon is good for
Eldritch Blast.
Something else, Gareth.
Full retreat.
Gareth, fine. I'll show you something. As I walk up to the left-hand side of that thing, that left-hand side of that monster. Yeah. Can I walk past her or no?
You cannot get past. This is a narrow hallway. There's rocks right here that you would not be able to get past.
Gotcha. It seems to be blocking my way, Gareth.
You can step through your spiritual weapon and get heads up with it, though.
Yeah, I'm going to step through my spiritual weapon, get heads up with it, and I just want to go to cut its head off. I'm going to swipe. I'm going to roll to hit. It's going to be a 23 to hit, and damage is going to be 12 for the first hit.
How do you want to do this?
Same thing as the first one. I'm kind of just like eyes kind of low, just like swing and cut its head off as I look back to No Bid. No Bid, how are those mushrooms coming?
They're coming big, Captain.
Nice. Do I have any movement left?
You do have movement. You have about 25 feet. You could get right up to these other ones that are just coming around a bit.
Gareth, I'm going to go ahead and go in and attack this next one as I walk straight, and I attack that one with the next hit. It's going to be a 20 to hit, not dirty.
Yeah,
it's dirty. And then damage is going to be 13 points of damage as I cut in its chest. Obviously not killing it.
Yeah, as you stab the lance into the chest of this one, you go back to like pull the lance out, and you feel that it is caught on its rib or something. And so as you like lift up the lance, the Sahuagin actually goes with it. It's now impaled on the lance up next to you, and it's like reaching down, trying to attack you from it.
Life steal attack. As I'm going to end my turn.
No beard, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna drop that mushroom and get closer to where they are. Still behind them though.
Do you want to get up to Lunarion past Gareth or like next to him?
Yeah, right next to next to Gareth is fine.
All right.
Okay. Do I got a clear shot of that the Hawagon?
Oh yeah.
All right, bet. I'm going to firebolt him.
Go ahead, roll attack.
The 16 hit,
Yes, sir.
11 points of damage. Fired
How do you want to do this?
headshot. Actually I want to pull. I want to act like I got a like a archer, like I'm an archer, pulling back a little invisible shot, cocking that thing back pretty hard, and then letting it go right at his head.
As it fires out, you watch as it
Bro.
goes straight into the mouth of the Sawagan as its head explodes as the blood and guts get all over Lunarion's body. Its body
No
slowly
beard.
just gets limp
Damn
on the
it!
lance and slides down into Lunarion. You feel like its chest right up against your hand where you're holding the lance.
We needed that head, no bid. You owe me 50 gold.
What? Can't we use like its tail or something?
No bid. You exploded. It's. Oh my gosh, no bid.
Well, excuse me. I thought I was going to get a good job. No beard. Thank you.
No bid. You blew up the head on me.
You're welcome. Gareth, get a load of this guy.
Gareth, get a load of that guy.
Sir, we are in battle. Are you really trying to talk right now?
Poof! Captain, I got the mushroom!
Gareth,
Good
please
job.
continue to collect mushrooms. We'll finish this up quickly up here.
Yes, sir. He's going to keep looking for mushrooms. Gog, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. As you guys watch as the large Sawagan steps up from the back around the bend, and he looks at you, Lunarion, he says, and as he does, I need you to roll me a wisdom save as he points a glowing staff at you.
Wisdom save. Where are we at? It's going to be a 12. Damn.
Okay, you are paralyzed as you feel stuck there. And Gog, you watch as the Lunarion just freezes in position. What position are you in at this time?
I'm just standing there, like literally just standing like a statue.
Okay.
Looking
As you are
straight.
just standing like a statue, you watch as like he stopped his movements as the Sawagan begin to make their way up to him, Gog. They actually, right when you think they're about to strike him, they walk directly up to Captain Lunarion, and he does not move. As they make their way past him, they walk directly up to you. And one of them is able to get right in combat with you as the other one's kind of backing him up, like raising his hand, like, la, 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 la. It's going to make a strike at you. I was going to do a multi-attack here.
All right. You said this multi-attack is on me or Gog?
This is on Gog. It walks past you
Ugh.
suspiciously. That is a 19
16
to hit
Ooh.
19 hits.
and a 10.
10 does not hit.
Okay, you take 2 points of slashing damage as it lashes out with one claw, and it kind of scratches you on your cheek, and then you instinctively kind of quickly dodge out of the way. It's almost in slow motion as it swipes past your face, and you see these like dirty claws with like mushroom like residue all within like underneath, and like it's just all mucky and gross between the fingernails. And it looks at you as, and And then from behind, you watch as the other one picks up the javelin that was dropped and is going to toss it at you. That's a 15 to hit.
Misses.
As he tosses it, it goes flying past as it smacks against the cave wall behind you, and it crumbles to the ground as he goes. It is now Gareth's turn, as he is going. Yeah, this one is dead. As he is going to say, "Captain, what do I do next, Captain?"
Gareth, I can't move right now, so use your best judgment.
As he rushes in with his blade, he
like
gets
that judgment.
right behind Gog, but he says, "Gog, excuse me, please. Can I get past you, mate?"
Sure. If I'm able to move, I'll move out the way from him.
Yeah, we'll say you'll use your movement on this turn to move out of the way. As he gets right up to the Sahuagin that has just attacked Gog with its claws, and he's going to make a swing at it with his sword. Captain, I'm coming! 18 definitely hits. Deals 4 points of damage as he cuts into the body of this Sahuagin. It kind of slashes it a bit, but it kind of dips back out of the way. These appear to be much more agile and skilled compared to the grunts that were guarding the doors. And as he does that, he says, "Captain, I'm going to get to you. Don't worry." Lyandar, it is your turn. Give me another wisdom save.
All right. As I give you another wisdom save, that'll be 22.
Okay, as you free yourself from the hold, you watch as the Sahuagin priest looks at you with a puzzled look. He says,
It looks like I have you all right where I need you. As
that
actually,
does end at the end of your turn. So it is now Gog's turn, but you are freed from the whole person spell.
Looks like I can move again, Gareth.
I am going to use damn, I forgot the name of it. I'm going to use elemental burst on a far away from, the only to where it only hits those. Damn it, you're in the way. Never mind. I'm not going to use elemental burst.
Yeah, you guys are in a cave too. Yeah, it's going to be loud in here.
I don't care about none of that. I'm gonna just firebolt the closest one. 13 misses.
13 hits.
Oh, 13 hits. Okay.
He's so used to fighting bosses.
14 for damage.
As you fire out this fireball, it blasts into the Sahuagin, and you watch as it sets ablaze, and it goes, and it spits like a stream of water on its body to put out the fire. But you look, and its entire front of its body is like pink. The flesh has been burned off. That was a significant strike.
You know what that means? That means it's time for another one. 24
hits.
10 damage.
How you want to do this?
Same thing as last time, but we're gonna shoot for the kneecap.
All right, as you cock back and aim, Lunarion, you watch as Gog appears to be aiming for the head of this creature with another firebolt arrow. Before he aims at the knee and like winks at you a bit, lets it out, and it smashes to the knee before it explodes, and you watch as the creature his blood begins just pouring out of this leg as it slowly bleeds out on the ground. Its yelps become slower. It's
We can salvage that one, no beard. Good job.
See, Captain, I left his head intact.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Please cut the head off now so that we can get rid of that noise.
What?
Gareth.
You got the spectral slash thing. Why don't you do it? I have
Gareth, can you
hands.
not reach it?
and then it finally stops.
Oh,
As
finally.
Gareth says, yes, Captain.
Nothing, Gareth. Gareth, oh my God! Please cut the head off of that thing.
Yes, Captain, I got it. As he goes and he slices the head off with a quick shake, and then the the bleeding out stops.
Thank you.
All right. There's one more Sahuagin left, and as you guys have cut off the heads of its two nearest allies, it begins to run away towards the priest, which stands solo as it looks out and says, and it grabs it, and before it like tries to like wrestle out of the priest's hand, the priest cracks its neck and throws it to the side as it dies.
The priest just killed that one?
Yeah, because it tried to run away.
Oh, priest. I like the way you handle things. I want to. Is it my turn?
It would be Gareth's turn, but we'll say he cut the head off on his turn. So yes, it's your turn.
Maybe speaking to it would be pointless. What do you think, No Beard? Speak to it or kill it?
You speak the same language, just go for it. You both
We don't
look
speak the same
similar.
language at all. Now we need to
Oh,
understand it.
was that specious? I apologize. I thought all lizard people, all reptilians spoke similar.
Do we, Rock? I don't think so. Hell nah, actually.
There is nonverbal communication.
I want to put my thumb up to my neck and sort of slice it. What does it do?
It
Like, I want it to
slowly
slap.
walks up. It looks at you, and then it like looks back. It says,
I want to cast comprehend language to see if I can understand that.
yes, as you cast comprehend languages, at the very end of its sentence, you hear hi.
All right, I want to wave. Kind of like wave with my hand.
Yes, I understand waving. Why are you interrupting us? We were just trying to get high.
If I talk with comprehend language, could he understand me? Or I could just comprehend his language.
Okay, 1 second. Let me read the spell.
All right, go ahead. For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any language as you hear or see sign. You also understand any written, but you must be touching the surface of the word written. It takes about 1 minute to read one page of text. The spell doesn't decode symbols, It does not say that I can actually like talk.
Okay, as it says, "Can you not understand me?"
And I want to do like the no, and then I want to point at the mushroom that Gareth has with him, and say, point at me, then point at the mushroom.
It walks up to you and it tries to put its hand on you.
I take a step back and I put my spear up at it. My lance.
It says, "Wait, I'm going to teach you my language."
Okay. I still saying like no. I don't think Lunarian will be okay with it. I'm still gonna say no, and I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna point at the mushrooms.
Yes, these are our mushrooms. We are using them for ritualistic purposes. Why have you attacked us?
No, Beard, I don't have time for this. What do you think?
What do I think? Why the hell are you talking to it?
You literally asked me to understand it.
No, I didn't.
Fine. As I walk up to it, I'm going, or not walk up to it, but I'm going to use actually that was a spell. So I'm going to put my hands up and then grab my lance and like poke, and then stand there and wait as I move my spiritual weapon up to him and have my spiritual weapon strike him.
Wait! I could offer you something!
Okay, before I have my spiritual weapons slice, I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna do the what? Like like the Kanye shrug.
I thought our people had a pact.
I'm going to look kind of confused, like,
You are Yuan T, yes.
I'm nodding my head, yes.
Why are you attacking us? Your people helped us get this back.
I want to dissipate my spiritual weapon and tell it to come here.
Okay.
And I wanted to put my lance back on my back, and I want to put his hand on my shoulder.
Okay, and it casts tongues on you. You now can speak the language of the Sahuagin, which is Sahuagin.
All right. As I turn around, Gareth, put your weapon down. We shall speak.
Yes, Captain. As he starts
Go
to pick
gather
up
some
heads.
more mushrooms. Go gather some more mushrooms in the heads, please. As
Yes,
I
Captain.
look at this Shawagin, what is your name?
Are we getting out of combat here?
I'm not in combat, no beard. Did you want to keep attacking?
Well, if you're not attacking, why would I attack?
Fine. Then I'm no longer attacking. I put my weapon up.
He goes,
What is your name?
my name is Sahuahua.
All right, I want to prepare to do an Eldritch Blast.
What?
No,
What are you doing?
My name is Lunarian. You said that my people are the reason why you have these mushrooms back in this cave, this domain. Please tell me the story.
Yes. Alondra. She helped us. In fact,
Alondra.
she told us to take back these caves. There's a great awakening for all kind. Bestial like us. Yes. You, Yuan Ti. You are like Sahuagin.
Spell Sawagin.
Sahuagin.
I can't. Okay. Who is Lyandra?
She is the chosen.
The chosen for what? Is she Yuan Ti?
She is magnificent.
Is she Yuan Ti?
She is free. She is free from all.
Free from what? Who freed her?
Zahir.
She met Zahir. Did she tell you this? Where did she meet Zahir? When?
Yes. She is a prophet. She came with High Priestess Solara.
Solara.
You would know this name.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. High Priestess Solara was here. When was this?
She's here now. She's calling them, making them
Making
the
who?
Ophianoids.
She is. Are you one?
No, but these here, it's a part of her concoction.
She is a house Corthan leader. Did she tell you this? Did she tell you much about herself?
So Hua not get into a lot of politics, but she preaches the true.
Did she tell you that you could meet Zahir?
Yes, but I was not worthy. The trials, I fear.
Where did you take these trials? Here, in this cave.
No, there's a place, a holy place.
The holy place in Lyandar, or isn't that city in the sky?
An old place, an ancient place. The tomb of the 900.
The tomb of the 900. Where is this place? Could you take me?
Oh, so who can't go to the tomb of the 900?
Is it
The
because you failed your
Leanderans,
trial?
they would kill us.
Leanderans. Leanderans are there. But these Leanderans hate the Yuan-Ti. When we made it into Lyandar, there are pages on the walls scattered across stating, "You see a snake, you call a god." Was that not a threat to the Yuan-Ti?
Yes, and that is why they hide in plain sight. The chosen of Zahir, they bear his mark. The tail of the serpent, the head of the god.
Do they look like me?
No, they look like him, but
As he points to Gareth and Gog.
but their tails have a face that looks like you.
I don't understand. Their tails have so they're masquerading as other races then. Oh, they were other races before they took the trial and passed, correct?
Yes, you must drink the poison of Zahir, the blood of the god. And through that ritual you will become changed. And from your backside, you will be blessed with the mark of the serpent. A new tale that speaks truth.
Do you have this poison on you, or do I have to go to the tomb of the 900 to procure it?
You would have to go to the tomb, of course. We here, we guard the mushrooms. You can use these to attune yourself to prepare for the poison. And so we take and we ingest so that one day I can too become chosen. These
Why do you wish
were
to be
my
chosen?
followers. Sorry, sir, I must explain. These were my followers. As you must see, you have killed all of them, sir. They too wanted to be chosen.
What did the high priest tell you to make you wish to be chosen so much? Is it because of the alienation of your race in Lyandar? Did you seek freedom? Did she promise you such freedom?
Roll a persuasion check. With advantage.
All right.
Just don't roll a nat
Persuasion.
one, please.
With advantage, 26.
Okay, perfect. He tells you,
No. Well, yes. But it's more. That we are all forsaken in some way. This hierarchy. This creation of Gabriel. This is not the only age. No. There will come another. Where we will rule. We will be gods for the new generation of mortals. And only through the power of Zahir can we bring about that change?
Did the High Priestess Solara promise you a seat in the hierarchy of the new gods to usher in this new generation of mortals in the new age? Did she tell you that she planned to do away with Gavriel, the god among all? Did she tell you that Zahir planned to do away with Gavriel? Did she tell you of her plans to achieve this at all? You understand how impossible this all sounds, yes?
Reset the cycle, she says. And yes, we will all be gods. You and you. As long as you are chosen, you will be a god. There will be many gods.
I don't know where this Tomb of the 900 is. Could you show me where it is? A rough direction. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to take us all. I do understand that if you were to go, the Lyandar guards would attack you. Do you have any idea what it looks like now? How many guards may be around that area? Is it 1, 2, 3? I wish to go. I wish to go prepared.
Why is it a midi of the city?
It's in
We
the middle
cannot
of the
travel
city.
to the midi of the city.
It's in the middle of the city.
Yes, the midi of the city.
The midi of the city. What does that even mean? What is
Midi.
the middle?
Top, bottom, midi.
Okay. Were the members of Lyandar, the civilization, the people in Lyandar know where the Tomb of the 900 is?
Yes. Why do you not know what the tomb is? It is the most famous monument in Lyandar.
I may have read about it at some point, but right now my mind is a bit messed up with this information about the High Priestess Solara, the Olphianoids.
With your keen mind, you recall that the Tomb of the 900 is the place that the 1,000 heroes trained, and they camped out before they set off for before Felglorado. But you would also know that there was a great sacrifice that was made. The Tomb of the 900 is to honor the 900 heroes that gave their lives so that the 100 could save the rest. It's a story of sacrifice. It's a story of perseverance. It's where Damon became the leader of the great heroes. And this tomb holds artifacts, each of them left behind 2 memorabilia, what they call heirlooms, great heirlooms. And this tomb features the 900 heirlooms that each of them left at the last place that they stood before they sacrificed themselves for Tungra. And then you would know that the other heirloom was sent back to their family members so that they could always remember the sacrifice of the 900.
Are you familiar with any missing heirlooms from Lyandar?
I have never seen it, but we all know.
You all know of the missing heirloom.
There's one. A prince.
A prince. Is it an item of his?
Yes. The blade. Muramasa.
Oh. Talani's blade. I have that heirloom. That must be returned, eh?
Or bring it to slaughter.
For what?
A gift from the ancient ruling house. She would surely offer you the blessing, as you are Yuan-Ti. Yes?
Yes, she would offer me the blessing regardless.
Or return it.
This
But
is a
allow
lot to think
me
of.
to go back.
To go back where?
To what I was doing before.
Allow us to take the heads of your comrades here and some mushrooms. We need many mushrooms. We will leave you with some, though. And I will also leave you with your life. I appreciate the information you've given me. Or my party.
Of course. No problem.
Did she tell you of House Vesic?
Why, no.
Have you heard of the name Kethind around these areas as of late?
No. Well, some of the Yuan-Ti, some of the more aggressive lot. I think I recall them whispering about some Kethin. But they have not found him yet.
Thank you. We'll take our mushrooms and these heads. You take care to be safe.
Yes. Thank you. For my life, that is.
As you guys gather up the 3 remaining heads. Sorry, the 4 remaining heads, and go about picking about your 25 mushrooms. Or do you grab more mushrooms?
I pick up my big mushroom again.
All right, you got your giant mushroom. As Gareth also picks up his big mushroom. He's already brought, I think, 5 of them at least 20, 10 to 15 of them are outside of the cave as you guys have been talking, as you guys bring out the 2 large ones as well. Altogether, you have about, at this moment, with those counted, about 13 mushrooms, but you have the very large ones as well that are probably the size of about 3 or 4. So in total, about 23. Lunarion, as you go out, you see 2 mushrooms kind of laying about. You pick them up, and you guys have your 25.
Let's take these back.
All right, as you guys make your way back to the gates of Lyandar with Gareth and Gog carrying your mushrooms, you guys continue to travel down through the forest ways out of the mushroom growth. And fairly enough, with no problem, you guys make it back. There's not a lot of trouble here on the roads of Lyandar. Gog, you're pretty much able to detect any fauna or people that may have been out there. And as I stated before, it's not that dense. It's pretty chill here at this time. You guys get back to the gates, and as you come waltzing in with the mushrooms and some of the swaggin heads hanging over your shoulders, the guards say, looks like you took care of those lizards.
Did
Well, not talkative as you guys walk past, and get back to the town square. All covered, Lunarion, you have all the guts of these Hawagan, flesh, the head and brains all over your hair. You know, you've gotten out what you can, but staying with it. And Gog, you pretty clean, but you guys do bear the stench of kind of going out traveling.
Do we pass like the mail place? Like it's like the cross thing?
As you guys look out in the city center, there is a cross that you can walk up to, yes.
Before we take these in, let's go look at Cross. Perhaps there's some additional information there. And we need to see if our peers have sent us any information back on their escapades. As we approach Cross, looking filthy.
As you guys approach the cross, a branch approaches you, and it appears to be a message from Amnes Brombelt that is basically saying that Bogran is at the Durin Forge, and apparently he's a council member there. He's taking up a position at the city. They also helped Lady Balin, and everything went successful. They got her delivered, and she's going to be taking up a position on the council as well. There were some vampires that were discovered, and they've been investigating a member of the Five named Lord Kavar. So there's a lot of things going on, it appears, in Durin Forge. He does say that he loves you, and he puts a lot of hearts at the end of the message.
Seems like our friends are doing well. And no beard, and Balgren is back, no beard. It looks like everything's coming together again, as it once were. Let's turn these in. Oh, actually, let's send one more message out just to let them know that we received it. With this one, we'll simply say, "Oh, is there someone here that we could purchase some time so we could put a letter on?" It also appears that the letter says that Cora was arrested.
Yes.
That's curious. I wonder why Cora was arrested. Well, if Balgren's there, then I'm sure that they'll be able to get her out. Is there anyone here that we could speak to send a message out?
As you guys look about, there appears to be a pigeon house, but no pigeon keeper. Usually they are out and about selling their service, but apparently there's nobody to sell to.
Looks like we won't be able to send a message out now. We'll have to wait. Let's go turn these in. I forgot the guy's name. Got his name again, bro. What's damn, what's his name? The dude that was with us.
Gareth?
Not the bodyguard.
Oh, Necro.
Necro, could you take us to your job keeper?
Ah, yes. To the Storm Hearth. As Gareth takes you into the Storm Hearth, as you enter in to the doors of the Storm Hearth Tavern. There appears to be a band of young Renfried soldiers that are playing in the bar, dressed in Renfried garb. As you look around, though, it's quite empty. In fact, there's a single person sitting in the bar in the corner with a drink. And as you look over to the bar to find the barkeeper, does not appear to be visible. Maybe he's in the back. You see a lot of open chairs. About 20 tables here. Looks like you can sit about 60 to 75 people in here comfortably. Where would you guys like to sit?
Necros, where's your man?
Hawk! As he calls and you guys watch as the gentleman in the corner with a beer lifts up his head and he says, see you brought some friends, Necro. And who are these folks? He says, this is my captain here, Captain Lunarion, and we have also my other captain here, Captain No Beard Gog. And this is Prince Gareth Griffinweld of Westworld. Oh, I didn't know we were in the presence of royalty, Prince Gareth. And what do I have the honor of these? Oh! Is that mushrooms? You took on my quest!
Necklace, please. Do the
Yes, we did, Captain. Yes, Hawk, we took on your quest. How about that payment? We got, how many heads we got, guys?
4.
We got 4 heads here and a bunch of mushrooms. I say we count this up and get us paid out, yeah? Yes, of course. But first, how about a drink? Let's celebrate. I know. I'll make you boys a tsunami sluice. As he pops up from his chair and he walks over to the bar and starts to make a drink. He says, you there, as he points to Gog. Bring me that mushroom.
For what?
So I can make the sluice.
Here. I hand him the mushroom.
All right. Hand him the mushroom and he chops off a piece of it. Starts to chop it into smaller pieces, and you watch as he quickly dices it till it turns into like a sludge. He takes 4 tankards and he goes over to one of his large barrels and he pours them all before he scrapes some of the sludge into the tankards, mixing with the ale. As he twists them around, kind of double fisting 4 cups in his hands, you watch as the mixture turns from this goopy, like, inconsistent drink to a almost slushy like liquor, almost a frozen martini, a purplish color with slight bluish tint to it as well. As he says, wait. He goes underneath and he grabs some sort of spice and he sprinkles it over the top, and you watch as it fizzles and creates this natural foam around the top and around the brim of the drink. He says, all right, give it a try. And he starts to hand them out to all of you. Just sit, get comfortable. Drop those things off over there. As Gareth starts to gather up the heads of the Sawagan and the other mushrooms that you have and place them into a place near the tavern or near the bar. He hands you your drinks. Do you sit down with him?
I don't drink. I'll stand here.
Well, if he's
As,
not drinking,
I
I'm
turn
not
around.
drinking.
No beard. Just drink.
No.
No beard. Just drink.
I'm trying to fit in, man. If you're not drinking, why would I drink?
Because
Gareth, drink this. As I pass Gareth my drink.
Gareth looks at it. All right. And he starts to drink it. Good. He says, whew. It's got a bit of a chill to it, yeah? He says, that's the tsunami. Now here comes the sloosh. As Gareth grabs his stomach, he goes, oh, that aftertaste. Oh, it's like all of my taste buds are erupting in joy. Oh, my goodness.
That's strange.
no beard. Ask about the snake people. Why is there such a disdain for the snake people?
Hey, why is there such a disdain for the snake folk?
Sorry. Here's your gold. As he drops you all, that would be 500 gold pieces. And he says, ask a lot of questions for fellas that don't want to share the drink.
I did. One of us just drunk the drink.
I'll answer his questions.
Hey, Gareth, ask what's the disdain for the snake folks.
Oh, what? Why do you hate snake guys? What's wrong with the snakes? You're talking about the signs. Haven't you heard? There's rumors of secret monsters hiding underneath the city. Some say there's a cult to brewing. Folks with tails of snakes' heads whispering things to them. I say, see a snake, kill a snake.
Gareth, ask him if there's a cult. Why is it such a big deal in Lyandar? It's a big city. And where did everyone go? Did the snakes drive them off?
Oh, so if everybody's like here, right? Or we're like, where is everybody? Yeah, like, isn't this a tavern? Where'd everybody go? Yes, noticed that, didn't you? It's quite empty. Wasn't always this way. As he looks over to his flag that still flies, the sigil of Lyandar hanging above the hearth here. Says, when Leandarans ruled, things were better. But still, after the war with Noskia, everything's been downhill. That damn independence, that damn wizard, his fancy inventions. Nobody gives a crap about history anymore. What we used to stand for. What happened here, why we're here. Our legacy. We are the descendants of heroes. That is a mockery to these lands. But, as they say, time goes on. The youth have new ideals, new beliefs, new systems, new ways. They think differently than us. Why? The Great Cleansing was so long ago. It's ancient history to now. Before an elf, my age, when I was a boy, I still heard stories of heroes walking these lands. But these youngins, it's ancient history to them. Time's gone, and they want new. So they've either applied to the academy or the military of Noskia, granted them citizenship, rejected the old way for these new teachings and the platinum dragon, whatever it is. We know the truth of who keeps us safe here. Damon and the heroes, the legions that fought against chaos. Where chaos fell, we found glory. Our ancestors created Felglorado. That, this worship of these gods, never did a thing for us. But now they want their glory. This age that we've birthed, hell, I'd bring it down myself if I could. But I'd admit, it's become a bit of a symbiosis at this point. Many still live here. They commute back and forth. But with the nightlife in the sky, a lot of our lot have just found their way up there. But those loyal and true blood Leandarans, we know where we must stay. And with that, some say that others have fallen to more devious actions. This cult, I don't think it's some honky god. Probably just some rebels rejecting all the ways, wanting to start anew. And why not? House Rinfer thinks they can just go and kill and take and create a new way. But you can't force things on folk. We don't want to be like Niskoya. We want to be Lyandrians. But hell, I said let the youth rumble.
Gareth, ask him if he's familiar with Delaney Spade.
Oh, yeah. Do you know a guy? What's his name, Captain?
Delaney Spade.
Do you know a guy, Delaney Spade? Shh. Why do you ask? And keep your voice down.
I want to lift my hood up just to him and say, because he's in my party. And we have an heirloom of Delaney's, don't we? We got like his necklace or something.
You guys do have the necklace with his father's soul, his parents' soul inside of it.
I want to show him the necklace. Here, as proof.
He steps back from his chair, stands up. Why do you have that?
Just told you, simpleton. Delaney is part of my party, the Phoenix
Delaney
Rangers.
would have never given you that.
Yes, he would have. If he were dead.
What have you done with him, serpent? As he
Delaney
goes to
perished
draw
in
his
the battle.
blade.
I'd put that down if you valued your life. Please, listen to the story. If you are truly Lyandar, you'd at least want to know about the life of Delaney Spade once he fled the country.
Did you kill him?
No. Delaney died protecting my party in battle. I killed the one that killed Delaney. I avenged my friend, my brother. Delaney wanted to come back to Lyandar and make things right. But he didn't get the chance. And so we are here to make things right. As his party, as his friends, as his brother. We need to know more about the cult. We need to know more about the political change, if you want to call it that, because it appears that you didn't even have a fighting chance in a court. There was no vote. They forced you away. It sounded like. I just need to know more so that we can make the change that Delaney wished to make himself.
How do I know you want Sid Tid after you killed him to finish me? Is it just perchance that you took on my job to get into my hearth?
I mean, you know Necros. You can ask Necros about me. He'll vouch. Can't give you anything else that you would believe. But just know, on your job it said lizard folk. I took the job not knowing it be you auntie or otherwise, because I did not care. I understand the soul of my kind. I wish to kill them as well. See a snake? Kill a snake. There are a few exceptions, but I get it. We're here to enact change, in the same manner that those that enacted change here did before we came. By force, or by politic. But we need to understand more. And we need to know how to get passage into the Tomb 900. To Tomb of the 900. And if you don't believe that, I could just show you Telane's sword, because I have that with me as well. Telane was a good man. A man that should not have left the boat. But he did, because he wished to be next to his brothers in battle. Or to be next to his brothers if they were in danger. That's the kind of man he was. Now, you believe all of that, or you draw your blade, and you learn very quickly why Telane was not the captain, and why I was, and still am.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a persuasion or an intimidation. Gog, if you would like to help him, he could get advantage. If you'd like to.
I rolled intimidation and got a 22.
All right.
He does not need help.
He puts his sword down. Since you do have his weapon and his heirloom, you must be powerful indeed, whether I believe you or not. He sheaths his sword, sits down, but I do believe you. He grabs that other drink that he was saving for you all, and he drinks it.
Necros, I think we'll be fine here. Please, go find Velnos. He should have been here by now. We'll be here when you return.
Yes, Captain. As Necro leaves, Gareth says, Captain, should I go with him to make sure he doesn't get attacked or something?
Gareth, no. He's fine. You stay here. You learn how to speak amongst men. You sounded like a child when you were asking the questions I asked you to ask.
Sorry, was that tsunami sluice?
We'll make you a well-round noble by the time you leave our party. And you return back to your home.
Yes, Captain. I will tighten up. As Harks goes, so tell me, what happened?
We were in Westworld. We were on our way to bring Telane back to Lyandar. We docked. We had Orc with us. Turns out that the Orc and the Griffinites had beef for much long time. A battle ensued. Telane jumped in. He killed many before he fell. We tried to revive him. The Griffinites were aiding us in this endeavor, but we were too late. I procured Telane's necklace and his weapon, and we made way to Lyandar to finish what he started. That's what happened. What happened to this country that Telane left? You seem to have answered that question. But I'm curious. Was there a rebellion? Maybe. Or was there a group that tried to get the country back? Or bring the people back? It seems like you say the Noskians? Is that it? The Noskians?
Yes.
It seems the Noskians are trying to impose their will and their culture on you. What are we to do about that?
Impose. The Noskians exist, and their culture expels and it grows like a virus that infects everything around it. Opulence, decadence. They live like sheep in a pen with everything they want and more, and never having to work for it. just magical, whimsical, whoop-de-doo, whoopie-doo. It's the Rinfrieds who we hate. They betrayed us. They betrayed House Lyandar. But they couldn't take our name. But if what you say is true, and Talani is dead, then that is it. And House Rimford has truly won.
No, I don't believe that. You just have to elect someone that's not natural born. A reset. A reset for House Lyandar. So long as the soul exists, the culture, you could rebuild it from the ground up.
The blood is gone. The line of Linspe Lyandar is dead. The last blood of the heroes no longer flows through us commoners. It is over.
Then starts a new house with similar culture to House Lyandar, perhaps backing your name.
You do not understand.
I do not care. If you wish for change, you must go to whatever lengths you must. Sounds like you want change. Or perhaps you're just bitching.
When the world neared its final dusk, an abyssinius stirred in Felglorado. The first sorcerer Bartholomew gathered 100 champions, and he sang this in almost a robotic, ritualistic way, something that he said many times. Each handpicked, tested, and made anew in the fire of war. But these heroes were not forged alone. To empower them, 900 volunteers and conscripts, known now as the Exalted 900, gave their lives in sacred blood. Their essence transmuted to blessed gold. Their sacrifice, the creation of the 100 relics. Each soul bound to one champion, each echo forged a new blessing. Their bodies were lost, but their names are inscribed in the weave. Their memories live forever. And he goes on to tell you, there were 60 heroes. He goes, you've heard of the 100 heroes, yes?
Yes.
He says, did you know that they were split? "60 of them remained in Primos and the Golden Isles, a bastion, defending the planar gates, the great cities, and the collapsing ley lines from Daemon incursions. 40, led by Daemon himself, as he mounted the great dragon Diak, and they sailed across to the void of Felglorado, where Abyssinius' mouth had opened and began devouring law, time, memory, and reality. Those 40 went on to seal Abyssinius, and they crowned Daemon as the Demus. They ended the war, but they could not return. But among the 60 was a warrior named Lyn Spade Lyandar, who wielded that blade. and he bore no title save that of a witness. After the war ended, the gods fell silent, and Damon vanished. The blessed gold relics themselves were hoarded, and many of the surviving 60 fell to despair, pride, or obscurity. But Lynn did not forget. He founded the Stormhold, a bastion to preserve not just the victories, but the sacrifices, the sins, and the secrets of the original 100. He always said, as it is written, victory should never silence memory. The dead are not honored by forgetting what made them necessary. The descendants of Lyn became the Stormlords, the custodians of the ancient doctrines of the 100 heroes, guardians of the Lyandar lineage, and practitioners of the first sorcerer's traditions, those that were unbroken since the collapse. Lyandar became a place of ritual and reverence, where the echoes of the exalted were recited daily. The names of the 900, every Lyandarian child knows them and can recite them. A rigid adherence to the weave, the true weave. None of this chaos magic that the youth find so easily obtainable. And selective mercy, where even the lowest of criminals may rise if they walk the path of remembrance. And to this day, every Stormlord is bound by oath to memorize the full lineage of each relic, the family members, the heroes that wielded it, and the 100 that died to forge it. House Renford has no respect for any of that tradition. Look at our monuments. Look at our city. Their iron fist, their adherence to this need to change. They have given in to what Niskaya has already had, which is the allure of what's new. But we forget the necessity of what was. And so we must drink to the death of Lyandar. Perhaps I should also find a new place to go.
It seems you're clinging on to fairy tales. So, are you familiar with the exiled vanguard?
Yes. The Vanguard have come through this place many a time.
Do you know who they fight for?
Why, yes.
And who do they fight for?
Well, they fight for Tungra.
I thought they fight for Damon.
Oh no. They are no friends of Damon.
But they were. Yes?
Yes. At one point
Yes.
it would seem, but not everybody is as brave as those that went to Felgrado. And us Leandrians, we understand. Lyn Spade himself, he was not in the Vanguard. He was not in Felgrado. He stayed here. He guarded these lands.
The conversation you spoke of your love for Damon. Does your love for Damon come from your cultural history with your belief that Damon is a great hero, one of the greatest heroes in Lyandar?
Damon is no Leandrian.
Not as a Leanderan, but it seems like your culture is, I don't know, closely related to these heroes.
Why, yes.
So I would imagine that Damon, being the greatest of them all, ascending into godhood by killing a god, you have a deep connection with him, yes? A reverence.
Yes. But we revere all of the heroes.
Oh.
We
I heard some
recognize all the
interesting.
sacrifice. But we do recognize Damon's sacrifice. But he has gone silent. The Vanguard may
Yes.
have a point.
Vanguard aside, I think what Lyandar needs is a succession by election, where the remaining members of Lyandar select the next house, select the next family to rule. Does Lyandar have a process like this documented anywhere?
You don't understand. Rinfrid has done away with all that was Leandar. Whatever laws we had before mean nothing to our new rulers.
Then there's nothing to save in that regard. If you are hopeless, then so too will I be.
The people needed someone to rally behind. Talani, a true warrior, one that was chiseled through battle and glory. The prodigal son returning home to free us. That was something to rally behind. But without that, I fear there's nothing. But
Then that's his part.
no. I shouldn't.
What shouldn't you do? You already spoken at length. What is there not to say? Speak up.
I don't know. Maybe if we knew some assassins or something, somebody that could just take them out. Clean
Take
up
who
House
out?
of Infrid.
Yeah, but take who out? The king?
All of them. The royal line.
How many are there?
But Infrid, the blood runs deep. Say, probably about 10 in the direct line of succession. But, there's got to be 50 people that could make claims. Why are we talking about this? We can't do this. It's not serious,
Perhaps not now. My party, as a whole, in its fullness, could certainly get the job done. We have a front line, and we have one hell of an assassin in Aralos Nightshade. Perhaps even speaking that name out loud is doing him a disservice. He can eliminate that king easily. But we'll have to save that for another day. For now, there's nothing left. We could at least save that nothing. We could save the scraps by directly entering into conflict with this cult. The men I have here now can handle that. We need to understand what's going on because it appears that it's directly influencing and impacting your people, the remaining Leandarans. I need information on them. We'll save the rest for another time.
Well, in the meantime, Necro says that you need some rooms. You've done me a great service by clearing out those Sahwagan, those lizards, I guess.
Sure. Oh, one last question. There's something funny about Talani's necklace here. It seems like there's something moving in the gym. Are you familiar with this?
Fortunately not. Is it magical? I know
I
it's an
believe it is.
heirloom.
It's been my lucky charm since he passed. So I'll keep it on me. To the rooms then.
All right. He shows you to your rooms. He gives you guys 2 rooms that you have to use. He says, if you need anything, I'll be downstairs. Oh, I think
need
I hear
one
some
last
other
thing.
folks entering in. Yes.
Before you go, have you heard of a Yuan-Ti named Kethin? Or perhaps not a Yuan-Ti, but someone named Kethin around this area?
Can't say I have, mate. You're the first Yuan-Ti I've seen. Matter of fact, I thought it was rumors up until this point. Can't believe everything you hear around these parts. Lots of crazy things going on up there in Nessia.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you.
Of course, as he goes downstairs, he leaves you to your devices for the moment.
What an information dump, no beard. That was a lot.
Yes, I was getting quite sleepy while listening to this.
Yeah, it was quite a lot, but good information that we could think on over the night. Thank you for today, for stepping in and helping Gareth go and attack that, well, it ended up being me, but building that rapport, having him attack that little lizard thing. It was a good idea in hindsight.
He did a good job.
Well, that's more than you've said about our Vilnos. I read in the letter, and I've been thinking about the fact that Kor was arrested in a dwarven nation. It's interesting. I don't know. You've known Kor as long as I have. I can't imagine she'd do anything to get arrested so quickly. We haven't been gone that long.
Are you sure about that? I could see us getting arrested that quickly.
Yeah, but Cora doesn't give me that energy. I don't know. Who knows? But that's going to be on my mind for the next couple of days. I can tell you that.
Okay.
We've gotten nothing back from York, Mace, or Aralos. I don't know. Something's fishy with that as well. It's unusual. There's no way they didn't see our letter on Cross.
Maybe they're not looking for it.
Well, does the monastery have a cross nearby? You would know.
Actually, I wouldn't know. I've never used any of these cross things ever. Never had a reason to.
So perhaps
I
there
never
is no
left.
cross then. Understood. Yeah, perhaps there is no cross then over there. That's interesting. It seems House
Maybe.
Corthan is on the move in Lyandar. I wonder just how great a hand they had. Perhaps even more than with the Zahir cultist. Maybe with the regime change as well. It's very difficult to guess how far they're willing to go to enact their plans. Curious what their plans are. Gabriel is not the only age. There will come another, where the lizard folk will be gods of the new generation of mortals through the power of Zahir. Strange to go around promising godhood to laymen. Could they be scheming? Reset the cycle. Many gods. I'll keep this in mind. Much to think about. Much to meditate on. Perhaps you can teach me how to meditate. A bit better. I think I'm decent, but I don't know. You are the monk.
Yeah, just close your eyes and think about something and try not to fall asleep.
I'll do just that. Do we have different rooms, or are we in the same room, like in the same bed? He's at the top, I'm at the bottom.
So you guys have 2 rooms. Necro and Velnos are on the way back, so if y'all were saving a room for them, you could. Y'all, I mean, they can sleep on the ship, or y'all can like sleep in the same bed or figure it out.
Cool, thank you for the spoiler. So I'm gonna stay up until Venos gets there. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
Oh, it's like the middle of the day, so yeah, y'all are not like tired right now. Y'all are good.
Oh, okay. I thought it was nighttime.
No, it's not nighttime. No, he just showed y'all the rooms. It's probably around 2:00. It's like mid afternoon. So no, y'all are good. As you guys hear some commotion going on downstairs. As you hear oh, ladies, my friends should be here as well. Fellas, take a drink. Thanks, Necro. I appreciate you showing us back to this nice establishment. Okay. Now, show me that thing that you all were talking about. What is this? You were looking for actors? I've always thought I could be an actor. As you guys hear this commotion going on downstairs. It is clearly Velnos chatting up some folks.
Venos has made it back. Yeah, let's make our way down.
As you come downstairs, you notice that Velnos and Necro are back. It appears that Hark is behind the bar making drinks for all the new parishioners that have just walked in, as there are 5 individuals that have walked in as well. And one of them begins to speak up as he says,
In the age of Ind, atop the screaming peaks of Kim, the first sorcerer faced the Pale Rider. And when sky met stone, fate held its breath. Vondrax!
As one of the people speaks up, and they have like these robes, these large flowing robes. Gog, you would recognize them. They appear to be mimicking the robes of the first sorcerer. As he says,
Rider of Inns, no storm you summon can silence what still sings. I am no storm. I am the hush that follows the final stillness, and I ride not the wind, but the glaive, the blade that unwrites the world.
As one of the ladies who is dressed like a soldier in a very cute like soldier outfit, very Final Fantasy-esque, a little bit too skimpy for actual combat, but just enough armor to look and give the vibe of a soldier. As she says, First sorcerer, he soars, riding a glaive like a silver streak. As the other girl, who's also dressed like a guard, but she's wearing what looks to be like a captain's hat. She says, he glides upon it like a shadow carved from the storm. God preserve us. He fights standing atop that weapon. As the one dressed like the first sorcerer says, then let him ride, for I shall rise to meet him, not as storm, but as the tide meets the shore. And the narrator gentleman steps up and he says, upward. They ascended, and you watch as like Velnos is locked in as Hark brings over the drinks, and they both sit at the table and they're watching this show. As he says, upward they ascended. The first sorcerer drawn by the raw weave in Vondrax, standing upon his void-forged glaive, carving arcs of devastation through the air, the battle crackling in the heavens. With every cut, a name forgotten. With every strike, a city unmade. With every unleash, Truth unveiled, reality shaken. As the sorcerer calls out, but memory endures, and you will fall. And as he says that, everyone freezes in their motion like a Harlem Shake meme from back in the day. As you watch as the narrator throws this like black painted prop into the air, and then the individual that's appearing to be Vondrax falls down, and the glaive lands right on her foot, and or right on his foot, and he says, "Oh, God damn it! You did it again, mate! If that glaive hits me one more damn time," and the narrator says, "Okay, everybody, all right, take five." As Velnos and Hart begin to clap. That was great! As Necro says, "Yes, Captain, that was fantastic." Lunarion! Gog! Hey! I'm here, and I got some news! I figured out some things. I'll bring it to you later. Did you like that show?
As I wait for Velnos to come here.
Come here. As he comes over, like shaking his hair a little bit, still got some like water on him as he like shimmies a bit.
Velnos, please do not bring too much attention to me. This land does not like Yuan Ti, and they're actively trying to kill them. I just made relationship with one individual. I do not need the rest on my back.
Oh yes, I saw the sign. Sorry, I figured since you were already in, my bad. Sorry, but
No, totally
I
understand.
got some news
Wasn't too much.
myself. Listen,
Yes, please.
so I talked to some fishy friends down below, right? And they're telling me that a lot of
Wait,
these ships in the
actually,
dock.
You actually spoke to the fish? I
Yeah.
You could. You know how to. Please continue.
It comes with the trident. Yeah, it wasn't always a thing.
Sure.
But
Okay,
me
okay.
and
Understood. Yeah, go
Aaron,
ahead.
we got this thing going on. Yeah. So
Okay,
she
okay.
taught me how to talk to fish. All right, so listen. I was talking to some of my boys, and they said that a lot of these ships that are in the harbor, they've just come, but none of them have left. It's not actually representative of the people here. That's why it's so weird. I thought, it was going to be a full city, all these different flags and all. But no. They say some of these ships have been here for days, months.
Interesting. Well, that goes along with the Zahir cultist information we've been getting. It appears that some people have been taking a test by drinking a potion, a poison, if you would. And the people that fail, well, I imagine that if they're not lizard folk already, they die. Or some of them were Yuan Ti, and they've been captured, and then they died. I can understand how people have been dying here and not making it back home. Interesting. Did they say anything else?
That was about it. I did find this, and he pulls out a chest. It says, "Look at there," and it has like 1,000 gold pieces inside.
I'm sorry, can you repeat what he pulled out in the chest? My headphones came out again.
He pulls out a chest. Then he says, "Look, found this at the bottom of the sea," and it has 1,000 gold pieces inside.
1,000 gold pieces, great. This will help when I'm trying to buy this cloak of displacement. Anyway, we do need to move around and try to find passage into the tomb of the 900. That's where the Zahir cultists are being held up.
The tomb of the Nine Water.
The tomb of the 900.
Oh, the monument.
Yes,
It should
the
be
monument.
somewhere in the city. Yeah, we could go find that.
Yes, we need to get into the tomb of the 900. What needs to happen is we need somebody to distract the guards so that I can make my way past. I highly doubt they'd let me through, and I do wish not to kill guards here.
There's no into the tomb of 900 though. It's just an open air exhibit. Everything's above ground.
No, it seems like there is a way in. They're taking them to. It seems like the high priestess Salara, which is of House Corthan, is taking individuals to take trials for Zahir in the Tomb of the 900. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've never been. I've heard of it, but I've never been to it. So perhaps there is no way down, or there is no way into it. But at the very least, I need to make my way to it without being spotted by guards and having to have conflict with them.
All right. Well, let's go. So we can find
Yeah, let's
it.
go now. Yeah, sure. Bring your band there. Your new friends over there. Perhaps they could do a little play or something like that to distract the guards there so I could look around.
Oh, these guys? I just happened to walk in with them. They were talking about some practice. But they are looking for actors.
Well, show them you can act by acting around the city.
All right. As he goes over and he asks, "Hey, would you guys like to come with us on a tour of the city? We are going to go to the Tomb of the 900. Tomb of the 900's boring, mate. Why don't we go to Noskia? Uh, 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 maybe next time." Captain, they don't- they
Yes.
they don't want to
Tell
go
them.
to the Tomb of the 900.
Just tell them we'll go to Noskia right after Tomb of the 900. Tell them that you have to show them your acting chops there at the Tomb of the 900.
He is not able to convince them.
Then we'll go ourselves, Vilnos. Come on.
All right. As you guys take off, he takes you to the central area of the city. Here, you do notice that there are some guards. They appear to be guarding specifically the monuments themselves. As you look out, and in the center of Lyandar, there's a great square. And in this square, you see that there are 900 individual pillars, all in a circle, but a large circle. You can like walk in between them. Each of them adorned with a glass top, and on that glass top, inside of each of them is a specific heirloom left down by one of the 900. And wrapped around the pillar, you see the various flags of the homelands of where these heroes came from: Westwell, Felbar, Thorganum, Harborwatch. All of these different cities, some ancient cities, crest and creeds that have fallen and been lost to time that you've only seen in history books. So walking throughout these
Incredible.
areas, you see that there are various guards wearing the Renfried armor. And there's also appears to be, as you sort of look out, you notice that there are some that appear to be broken into, and also some that appear to be vandalized. And there appears to be like quarantine zones set up around these pillars.
Okay, interesting. This is amazing. Such history. Okay. I don't see anything odd. Seems normal, like a normal tourist spot. Velnos, could you go ask the guards if they've noticed anything suspicious lately? Any suspicious people around? No beard. Could you go with him?
Sure.
All right, as you guys head over to some guards, Vonos, he looks at you. He says, uh, "So we good?"
Yeah, for now, we're okay.
Okay. Cause I know, man, what happened back there wasn't the best look, but I do want to show you that I can be helpful. So I brought back that gold. Felt like you guys, deserve something after going through all that with me.
You think gold is enough? Okay.
Gog, I know it's not enough, but let's call it a start. Yeah?
I guess.
As you guys get up to one of the guards, he says, do you want to talk to him or should I?
Yeah, you started off, and when I feel like there's something for me to say, I'll say something.
As he says, hey, you there, guard. He says, yes. Oh, yeah. We noticed some of the vandalism here at the Great Monument. What would you say is the or have you had any problems with ruffians or strange individuals? He goes, oh yes. Kids, no respect for the old way. Honestly, who gives a rat's ass about these dead folk? But if Renfrew wants me to guard this place, then I'll guard this place. I'm off at night, so what happens after that, it's not on my bill. Well, all right. Well, thank you for the information. This is a wonderful exhibit. Come on, Gog. As he
Thank you.
returns back to you, Lunarion, and he says, yes, Captain, so it sounds like nothing during the day, but the leaders here, he said Ringfried, something of the matter, they have commissioned these guards to guard this place during the daytime due to some vandalism, but they're off at night. But he has said that anything that happens after that, he wouldn't have any information.
Then we'll need to come back at night. Fine. There was a quest about returning a heirloom. Let's go take a look at that.
All right. As you guys picked up, did you pick up all the quests? I thought you picked them all up.
Yeah, we
when you
did.
were there.
We did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this one specifically talks about a family that is still living in the slums. They said they need help recovering an heirloom that was stolen by thieves.
All right. Does it say where they live? Like which part of the slums, their names or anything like that?
It does not say where they live. The name is signed the Rogar family.
Okay. Quest from the Rogar family. Let's go to the slums. Let's see if we can find the Rogar family. We can get some idea of what kind of thieves we're dealing with.
As you're going through the slips as well, you did notice that there was another job related to the slums, the one guard duty. There is a local merchant who has a convoy that is going to be moving through the slums. It's going to be actually going from the docks through the slums to his warehouse. And he needs somebody to guard that as well from thieves. You could technically try to do both of those jobs if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and do that. If it says guard from thieves, we're gonna do that instead to see if the same thieves show up to try to get the sword. Also, that time that we had at the joint where we was talking to bro, could that be considered a short rest?
It's not a short rest because y'all were active, but y'all did have the benefits of a long rest. If you
Yay.
wanted to take a short rest right now, you could. A short rest would get you probably to around the nearing the end of the shift. So those quests will probably have to go till tomorrow.
Nah, we're gonna go ahead and bust our way to the slums to go
Okay,
guard
cool.
broski. Let's go.
All right. As you make your way to the docks, you
Oh,
see
I'm
the
sorry.
ship.
With Tron being really, really, really tired. Tron, do you want to sleep at the inn?
We can do this.
Okay.
All right. As you guys make your way back to the docks, you find the merchant, the patron who has this caravan that is being loaded up on the docks right now. As you, Velnos, No Beard, Gareth, make your way, you find him and he says, "Oh, who goes there?"
No beard. Could you tell him what we're here for?
You tell him what we're here for.
No beard. I'm trying not to be spotted again. I don't want to have to go through the Yuan-Ti conversation every time I meet someone.
Narion, there was so much talking. I forgot. Why are we here again?
Gareth, can you do it, please?
Yes, Captain. As he looks at
Thank you.
Gog.
On with it.
Yeah, I got this, Captain. Yeah, Gareth's got this.
Oh, brother.
Sir, we are here as adventurers. The Phoenix Rangers have come to save the day. Your quest will be completed. Your guards have arrived. Son, just get in the wagon. Yes, yes.
You had this.
You see, I did get it. He told us to get in the wagon. Come on.
Yeah,
Thank
get a
you, Gareth.
wagon, son.
All right, we're headed through the slums. Do you guys know of the Syndicate?
We aren't familiar.
The Syndicate are a group of Noskian thieves. They come down from the city with perceived, I would say, virtual immunity. Now that House Lyandar is gone, Ringfried is not control of the city. And they've been raiding our shipments. And what used to be luscious land and homes and towns has turned into slums that they found refuge in. FOBs, bases that they launched these raids from. They've even taken over some warehouses where they hold our goods. So today, we'll be going to my warehouse. I don't think that we'll run into any of these thieves, but it's always nice to have extra hands. So, for your services, I will call it, how about, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's call it 25 gold apiece, a flat 100, eh?
200 gold.
What'd you say, sir?
200 gold. If we come into battle, 200 gold.
I was talking to your captain, sir, as he looks at Gareth.
Oh, please, Gareth. Please, Captain. 200 gold.
Don't you,
He said, boy,
I got this. Gog, shut up. Don't you think 100 gold's like just a little bit too little for like our service? Like, we are the Phoenix Rangers, great heroes. It's a slow day. Don't expect much to happen. I think 100 gold's fair, don't you think?
Captain, I think
You're
if
right.
we
It is
come
kind
into
of slow today,
combat-
Captain. Soldier. It is slow today.
Captain, I think if we come into battle, they should pay 200 gold.
My men are seasoned veterans, but they did not become seasoned veterans by getting into foolish ambushes. So I think if we if we do happen to fight, perhaps it's 200 gold. I think that's fair. A fair negotiator. All right. We'll call it a bet. I bet it'll be a slow day. If it's a slow day, 100 gold. If we do run into any of those syndicate thugs, then yes, I'll cough up 200. Hell, you can also have whatever loot you find off of their bodies.
Fine.
Fine. Okay. Hop on the wagon, mate. As you all load up onto the wagon, you gotta begin to make your way through the cobbled streets of Lyandar into some of the brush up one of the hills, and now you make your way into the hillside where you start to notice that the houses are boarded up. Some of the shingles are falling off, some of the doors broken into. There's not a slum per se, as is just a void of population. This entire city appears to be in some slum-like state in one place or another, mainly because of geography and the cultural way that the city is built, right? Because of the sprawl and everything being built into places, traditional homes being handed down to children. That those that did go up to Niskaya left huge voids within the city that have just become cesspools of crime and unsurveillance. Especially now that the Leandarians are not here. House Refrid, who's having enough problems controlling what government does exist here, what power they do have over the houses, has no way to exert full control and a full operation on solving the problem of crime here. So as you guys start to enter some of these more decrepit and broken down areas, who's going to be leading us on here and rolling this survival check?
Captain, you don't need to lead. I'll lead this one. As I'll roll the survival checks. Oh no, Tron, what's your survival check? Is it like plus anything?
It is +4.
Okay, mine's +4 too. No big gog. No big god or lead this one.
16.
I'll also give you advantage, God, because you have tremor sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
16 is good. As you guys make your way through, you do notice that there are pockets of bodies that are in these different buildings. But from your sense, you cannot tell the difference between bandit or family. Whether it's just somebody, poor, shackled up in a rundown house, or it's a foe lurking in the distance. But as you guys make your way about halfway through this first bubble of a slum, everything goes very, very smooth. And the merchant, who by this time he's kind of talked about himself, his name is Voller. And he says, yeah. Listen, I told you, it's pretty smooth. But it is nice having the muscle. But we've been in this thing for a long time. You know all about me. Tell me a little about yourself. What brings you here?
Money.
What he said. Money.
Money in the cars. Cars in the clothes. And the hose.
The
I
hoes.
suppose.
For sure. I just want to be successful. That's why I started this business. Shipments are easy. You don't have to have the storefront. You don't have to have, the buy-in on all these different locations. You got to think smarter, not harder, right? The king puts down the roads and then he taxes you for the road. So I started thinking about that like business, yeah. You got all these different shops, these different merchants that take their goods from place to place, setting up shop in the market. I, on the other hand, consider myself a bit of a distributor. I go around collecting items, and then I sell them, and then I bring people their money. It's a pretty unique system, So, tell me, have you ever thought about going into business?
A few times. I think Gareth, our captain, should go into business.
I have talked about businesses. I'm going to start an adventurers guild. Adventurers guild? Yo, too brave for my taste. I like living, so I can count my money. One of those adventures is going to end up with your head chopped off. No, not with... I'm stronger than I look, actually. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you look like you can handle a good pint, I would say. Nah, it's not very funny.
Not at all.
What'd you say, Monk?
That wasn't funny at all.
Oh, you tell jokes. You got a better one?
No, we're not the jokey type of people. We're the business. We're the business people. We get to it.
Okay, we'll get to it. Roll me a survival check. As you guys make your way through the second half of the slum, you enter into what appears to be a smaller district here. More lights are turned on in this area. Seems like there are homes and houses here. But as you pass through, the caravan stops.
It's the holdup.
Don't know. Think she may have got
So
spooked
then-
at something. Gonna hop down and see.
I'll go with you.
Oh, come on, mate. As he hops down and starts to walk around towards the horse.
Okay, what is it? Can I sense anything first?
As you sense, there appear to be bodies in some of these buildings around you. As you count, there's 12.
Breathing?
What'd you say?
Are the bodies breathing? Are they alive bodies?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Some of them appear to be moving around in buildings. Some are like standing still.
There's people in the bodies, but that doesn't explain why the carriage is stopped. I mean, there's people in the buildings, but that doesn't explain why the carriage is stopped.
Yeah, let me see. Perhaps she needs to go take a piss. Here, let me unhitch her and I'll take her over here in this alleyway so she can let one out.
Is that normal? They don't just pee where they are?
They're not gonna let her piss in the road. We got class here. Yeah, we'll be right back. Starts to undo the horse. Takes her off into an alleyway.
Well, I suppose we wait for them to return.
As you guys are sitting there waiting, I need you both to give me a perception check. Okay. With that 23, Gog, you see as a door opens up. And out of it comes a little old lady.
Well, hello there.
Ah. Why, hello.
Sir. Is there something you want?
I was going to ask you the same thing. You're parked in front of my shop. Are you selling something?
Well, we're waiting. Our carriage driver has went to go relieve his horse. What what is what do you sell at your shop?
Oh, well, potions and herbs. But, well, I was robbed recently.
Okay.
Well, I had a shipment go missing.
And you were robbed by the people in the sky.
No, it were bandits from a nearby hovel. They've stolen some rare herbs that I use to brew my potions.
Were these herbs mushrooms?
No, they were not mushrooms.
Okay.
Why do you ask
Apologies.
about mushrooms?
It's a long story. I thought that's what you people specialize in down here or something. Sorry.
But yes, they stole some mushrooms. I posted a job on the job board, but nobody seemed to care. No one's helped an old lady.
What was your payment for that job?
I don't have a lot of money.
What was your payment for that job?
Uh, uh I suppose some of my potions.
Valuable potions? Are these potions worth it?
Uh, I sell potions that help in everyday tasks, such as, if you have dry skin, I have a potion that can smooth your skin out. Maybe you have trouble growing your hair, yes? I see that you are a grown man lacking a beard. I have a potion that can grow that out for you.
What do you have that's useful for someone who does battle? None of this seems like that sounds like lotion.
Well, I don't have anything for battle, but if you can help me get my shipment, I can create a potion of truth.
And what is a potion of truth? That doesn't sound helpful.
Why? Have you ever felt like someone was lying to you, Gog?
How do you know my name? I never said my name. I have not told you my name.
Excuse me?
Who, Captain? Who are you? I wanna grab her.
As you go to grab her, she like looks you in your eyes, and you hear from behind you, "All right, Lassie's took a piss. I think we're about ready to go."
Do you know who this woman is?
What woman?
It's the woman gone.
There's no woman.
Never mind.
Did he
My
see the
mind must be
same
playing
woman I
tricks
saw
on
at
me.
Olan?
It is the same woman from Olan.
Pick a cold. Okay, okay.
My mind must be playing tricks on me. Apologies. I thought I seen something. Uh, have you s- have you seen anything about a job of, I guess, getting rid of bandits that are robbing a women's shop?
Uh, there was a job about an heirloom that was stolen. Who was it? The Lightfingers, yes. Something about these bandits, these syndicates. The same folk that you're protecting me from.
But nothing about a robbery at a local shop. Well, this shop, right? Is the shop still there? Can I point at the shop?
As you point at the shop, there appears to be a storefront here with no door.
Well, this is very interesting. Never mind. I didn't. I think I'm just tired.
Well, let me get Lassie all strapped in, and we'll continue. Try not to fall asleep. Wouldn't want us to get, ambushed. You've been doing a pretty good job.
Yes, please. For a second, I thought you were going to set us up for an ambush with you running off with your steed.
Oh, no. Setting up for an ambush. No, Lassie's shy. She can't go in front of strangers. So I gotta tuck her off into places, get the juices going.
Understood. That's quite disgusting. I will get into the. I will get back in there while you strap her in.
Alrighty. As he straps on the horse, and you go back and you get into the caravan, and you guys begin to take off again. She says, so I noticed you two are a bit of an odd couple. How'd you say you got together again? You
Got
three,
together many
actually.
years ago.
A Yuan-Ti, a Genosi, and a Triton walk into a bar. That sounds like the start of a bad joke.
They're giving me protection. I do jobs with them. They protect me. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Thought you could hide under that hood, yeah? I could
I did.
smell you.
Well, I'm grateful that you didn't turn around and turn me in.
Of course not. So, tell me, what really brings you to Lyandar?
I am the captain of these men. We come to help Lyandar. We come to figure out this whole Zahir cultist business. We come to see if we can find a way to restore Leandar's greatness. On behalf of our friend Talani Spades.
Zahirian cultists.
Yes.
All right.
Are you familiar?
We're here.
Have you heard about the Zahir cultists?
Oh, heard a little bit.
All right. Well, we made it. Handle your business, and then we'll help you back.
Oh, no. No need.
No need.
Oh,
Okay, well,
yeah.
then pay us.
Oh, sorry. You won't be getting paid today, mate.
Well, that's unfortunate. As I pull out my spear to go to attack him.
And we're going to end the session right there.
So he was setting us up. Wow. Okay.
So do I roll initiative?
Are y'all good? Tron, are you falling asleep, bro? Are you okay?
Well, I'm cool. Did
No, I
you?
got to stop here. It's 9 o'clock my
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go ahead and
Yeah, it's been
stop.
a
It's
cool
12.
4 hours.
Yeah, it's cool.